I'm sitting in class, right? The teacher's droning on about eukaryotic cells or something like that, except no one's really listening. Because last night, I sent out a few hundred texts and Instagram DMs for everyone to walk out of their classrooms at 10:30, right on the dot. I told them to do this because I was, and still am, fed up. Fed up that kids, black men, people, 96 people are dying every day due to bad people with an insane amount of power in their hands, a power that can kill hundreds in seconds. I'm fed up because I, a 14-year-old, have to think about how I look while walking in my own neighborhood, have to remember what my parents taught me, what to do while interacting with a police officer, that I have to think about where I can run, where I can hide in case someone tries to come and shoot up the 17 people in my geometry class, and that I have to know that 40% of the people commissioned to protect us have records of domestic violence and have a gun strapped to them at all times on the job. And that even on the anniversary of the first major school shooting in the 1990s, rarely any governmental action has been taken to prevent this problem that is plaguing America. There are little to no laws that say that people who pose a threat to themselves or other people should not get guns that they can use to kill themselves or other people. There are little to no laws that say that people who have already hurt other people cannot get guns that they can use to kill hundreds of people in seconds, and those same guns that they can use to kill hundreds in seconds that are used in the military can be found in a suburban home in Frisco, McKinney, Dallas, every single city in Texas. So I told them that, and they listened. We joined thousands, if not millions, of other kids in walking out of our classrooms to send a message to our administrators, the government, and even the world that we are done with our voices being stifled or even completely disregarded with issues that involve us. Now, more than ever, we have issues that need fixing and policies that need to be looked at with a detailed eye, an eye that most certainly belongs to our generation. Our generation, Generation Z, is calling out the government in ways that aren't even imaginable. Take the Parkland kids, for example, kids that survived a terrible tragedy, kids like David Hogg and Jacqueline Corin, and my absolute queen and absolute idol, Emma Gonzalez. Kids our age are organizing marches, walkouts, die-ins, and most importantly, voter drives to get their messages to the White House. And the only difference between you and these kids is pretty much nothing. What you have in common with already established youth activists is you're youth. You're young. So are 25% of people in the US, so am I. We're young. That means we have a unique point of view. That means because we're young, these issues are going to be affecting us most of our lifetime. So we should probably have a commitment to solving these problems now, right? Think about it like this. Over half of the politicians in office now will be dead by the time it is most important to act. In fact, the average age in Congress is 60 years old. I'm not letting some old guy sit around in his office making decisions about me without me. No way. Our youth has power. We have the power to use our voices, use the power of social media and technology like I did, and use the undeniable fact, that we are the future. But this is a big task for anyone to understand. The concept that our ideas are going to be shaping the world of tomorrow, that can be a little daunting. So I came up with a little equation for you guys. It's called James's 3-step plan for sticking it to the man. As said in the catchy title, this plan has 3 steps. So I'll start with the first one, passion. Passion is something that makes you feel something. Every single one of you is passionate about something. I can see it. You're passionate about equal rights, the environment, the arts. Every single one of you has an issue that makes you feel something. Passion is what's driving me, you, and other young people to be upstanding citizens in our communities. If you're truly passionate about something, it lights a fire under your butt to get up and do something. Which brings me to the second part of James's 3-step plan for sticking it to the man. Action. Passion plus action. You have this fire in your butt, and what are you going to do about it? You can find a way to make your passion do something. For example, if you're passionate about the environment, make like some kids in Canada that worked with a major fast food chain to make their cups more environmentally friendly. Passionate about music, read the studies about music making older people happier, and play your music at your local nursing home. You can find a way to make your passion do something. Because what happens when you have a bunch of kids putting their passion into action? You get real, meaningful change. That's the sum of passion and action. And the third step in James's 3-step plan for sticking it to the man. Change. This is so, so important because nothing gets better without someone changing something. And it might as well be our generation. Our generation's decisions, our actions now will shape how the world will look 50, 60, 70 years from now. This happened with the civil rights movement when kids marched to have equal rights and equal education as those white kids on the other side of town. It happened in the 80s when people with HIV/AIDS marched to have equal access to healthcare, and look at the progress they made. Look at the changes they made. I'm able to go to school with my white peers, and people living with HIV/AIDS have access to medicine that they can use to minimize the symptoms and minimize the risk of them passing on the virus to others. And I think Margaret Mead said it best when she stated, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Our generation has moved mountains and will continue to move mountains and improve the quality of life for right now and in the future. So go out there, grab your posters, use your pens, your voices, your instruments, whatever you need to make a meaningful change in our community, because our world right now is like a bus. And our generation and our passions have taken over the wheel, and we're not swerving off the road of progress. And the progress starts with us. The future, it is us. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.